collectors here. No lanterns. No Kryptonian. This world will fall. Very chilling words from the man we know now as Steppenwolf. His first appearance being, of course, in BVS, the Ultimate Edition. And finally, we get to see the full figure as opposed to the hologram sort of technology used in BVS when Lex Luthor is in the birthing chamber. Very excited. Hi, everyone. It is Bob O'Mac, and today we're going to be looking at the DC Multiverse Collect and Connect Steppenwolf Build-A-Figure. Now, I need to stress something here. I did not buy any of the other figures in the wave. I am not going to be reviewing those, I don't think. Who knows? Something may change. I picked this guy up on eBay. I really wanted him. Like I said, I'm not a big Mattel collector anymore. It's nothing against Mattel. It's just I've moved on to other things collecting-wise. So, I am very happy with the figure. I think it looks great, aesthetically speaking. It's very imposing. Let's bring it in a little more so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to take away his weapon here. We'll talk about that more in a bit. Let's go ahead and zoom in on the head here. I really like the head sculpt here. It's a very stoic yet menacing look. So I appreciate the paint details they've applied. As you can see, there's a lot of paint colors going on here. We got grays with silvers, with off-whites, with copper reds, and off metallic blues here. And as you can see, as I scroll it all the way through here on the figure, it's a very common theme without the figure. The only thing I don't like right now are those hands. They're just off color compared to everything else on the figure. I don't know how accurate that is on screen, but for the figure at least, it's not something that I'm a fan of. But I love the suit design. I think it looks very cool. I know a lot of people have complained about that. Personally, if you're familiar with Snyder and everything that he does with a lot of characters and stuff, it fits in with his art design, I guess, if you will, or at least his production people's art design based on all the other films that we've seen. So, very happy with that. I'm also very happy with the Mickey Mouse skull right there on Steppenwolf's belt. I'm just kidding, of course. But, you know, the more I look at it, the more it does kind of look like the skull of Mickey Mouse. I wonder. Is that a sign? Nah, I don't know. Post your thoughts in the comments below. Here's some more detail on the back. Mattel has done a great job with the detail here. Spared no expense, to quote John Hammond. Very happy with the sculpting of it, at least. So while I have it here in my hands, while I try not to move the camera, let's go ahead and talk articulation. In terms of the head, Steppenwolf can sort of look up, and then you got that gappage right there if you go too far. Then his head pops off, obviously, because he's a collect and connect figure. Just pop that back on. He can look down a fair amount. He does get some side-to-side attitude. His head does do that 360 thing. In terms of the arms, they go out. And sorry about that. I tried to spread the arms out, but then he came apart. We'll pick up the rest of Steppenwolf in a moment. His arms go out that much, and they go back down. You can get him to go a full 360, even with the armor. But the armor is so thick, it will just push it back down, as you can see. So, just something to be aware of. He does have a bicep swivel, or cut, I should say. And it does swivel, obviously. He's got single joints in the elbow, which is okay. It's less than 90, but he does have a pointy elbow. And the reason I bring that up is can't get it to go too far back because of the hinge right here and the swivel action you got going on. It doesn't allow the arm to go back so much. I mean, the full arm can go back. It's just right here it can't. So that is mildly disappointing. But, you know, that's not the end of the world. His arm does bend in and out, and you do get that motion with it. And it does have a swivel at the hand, which is nice. Let's see if I can do this all on camera. Okay, I'm going to put the lower torso back on. In terms of an ab crunch, Steppenwolf barely looks down. You can look back, so when you kick his butt, you can definitely go back. And he does have a waist rotation. In terms of the lower body, you got this thick plastic here on the skirt, and then you got Mickey Mouse's tongue here over it. There are some cuts in it, so you can get some leg articulation. He can kick up about that far, which really isn't that much. He does have a lower thigh cut right there. See if I can bring it out. Lower thigh cut. Can he do the splits? He can go out about that far. So he can go out, not completely, but definitely more than that Denver cheerleading girl. Can he go back? Yes, he can. So he actually goes back further than he does forwards. How weird. I guess that's good for running poses if that's what your thing is. Single bend at the knee. The bend works fine. No problems there. And as for the feet, doesn't really want to go back, which is kind of disappointing. I guess they didn't want to break up the sculpt of that. No ankle rocker, but it does go forwards. Oh, you can kick Superman or Aquaman or The Flash or Wonder Woman, Cyborg, or even Batman in the face. Now let's go ahead and talk accessories with this guy. He comes with one, his big giant battle axe looking thing. A lot of nice detail on here. I wish they would have incorporated a little bit of red. You see that in the trailer. That would have been nice. But it's not the end of the world. The sculpt is there. It looks like there is like a two-tone, maybe even a light dry brushing going on. I'm not 100% sure. It could be my eyes just playing tricks on me. But, you know, it's done well enough. And the cool thing is, it's an accessory. You can do it here on camera. Now you can hold it in his hand. So, that's always a plus. Digging that. Let me go ahead and stop the video right here. We'll do the size comparison and call it a day. Alright, folks, here is the size comparison. To the left, we have the Mezco BBS Batman, and to the right of your screen, we have the DC Collectibles Superman, and in the middle, we got the Mattel Steppenwolf. Wow, I can't believe I had a brain fart with that. So, as you can see, they are both smaller compared to Steppenwolf, as they should be. This guy's supposed to be a towering menace of destruction sent by Darkseid to destroy the DC universe. Some people would argue that Marvel's already done that. But all joking aside, I love DC. I'm a DC fan till I die. So, send your hate mail somewhere else. You can definitely make it work with many different lines, and heck, just for kickers, let's bring in that ugly Mafex Wonder Woman figure. Here she is. So, definitely, you got some posing options there with whatever line you choose. He's definitely going to stand tall above the rest, as they say. Bottom line is, if you're a fan of Justice League, if you're a fan of the DC Extended Universe or Cinematic Universe, whatever you want to call it, or if you're just a fan of Darkseid and his lieutenant here, I think he warrants a purchase. Very satisfied with the figure. Very happy to have it, and you should go collect it if you can. Just don't pay an arm and a leg. I didn't. I got this figure for a great price on eBay. So check there if you're just going the build-a-figure route. Otherwise, collect the whole line and get them. Whatever works, right? So that's going to do it for this edition of the Toyverse. Check out the friend of the show, DTKC Show. As always, go check out Extreme Dash Sets for all your diorama and backdrop needs. If you're a fan of toy photography, use the hashtag ToyLoverCrew and throw them a follow at ToyLoverCrew on Instagram. Head over to Big Bad Toy Store to pick up everything for your toy collectible needs. And lastly, head over to UndercoverCapes.com for all your geekiness in the podcast world. I am Bob O'Mac. Stay tuned at the end for a slideshow. Until next time, friends, great googly moogly.